Welcome. I'm Saber Main. That's Reaper1, and we have a special guest, Reaper1 whiskey or Reaper whiskey, whatever floats. We're still picking the call sign, right? So, Reaper1, introduce what we're going to be talking about.
We're going to talk about ambitions today and purposes, and then we're going to get into accountability and how to keep yourself accountable for the ambitions you have. That's actually about it. This is going to be a good episode.
All right, let's get into it. So, before we get started, I'm pretty sure everyone's kind of curious. Reaper1 whiskey or Reaper whiskey? Still got to figure that one out, right? So, we're going to have you introduce yourself.
I think Reaper1 whiskey makes more sense because I am his wife, so I like it. I think Reaper1 whiskey is better.
Okay.
But yes, I am Reaper1's wife. You see me in the background sometimes floating around.
Unfortunately.
Oh, that's how you feel. Okay.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah.
Hell no.
All right. So
yeah, it's her. She's sleeping on the couch.
No, watch yourself.
Awkward.
We'll see how this plays out. Well, here I am. All right. So let's get into it. So let's get into a little bit of ambitions. So there's something that the military really puts out, and I think this is kind of huge. They put out resiliency. Are you resilient? And I kind of figured this out just not too long ago, just kind of over time. And I started realizing I'm not resilient. And there's a reason why I say this. It's a different kind of thing, right? I was sitting there, I was like reflecting on my life, seeing how things are. And one of the things I came across is I'm not resilient in the fact that when I know something's going bad, I'm aware. I have the ambition of being aware, self-aware. But when something is going bad and not completely to plan, I'm aware of it, but I'm also a fighter. So I will fight till there's like, I can't fight anymore. So I'll continue to fight, just continue to fight nonstop. But I'm not resilient to understand, hey, this is going bad. Time to change directions and go in another direction and approach it. So in your guys' life, has there ever been a time like that for you?
No,
ladies
go ahead.
First. No, ladies first.
No, I'm still thinking, so go ahead.
So a time that I had to be really resilient, every single day. It's like every day I think, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to be here. Like, I should be doing this or that, or I should be here. And it's a struggle every day, man. But you're right. At the end of the day, you just got to keep going. You got to keep taking the hits and keep getting up.
So, what I'm explaining is like resiliency to me. What it means is when you are able to understand something's going completely wrong. Like you're like, hey, this is not going completely as planned because the monkey threw the wrench in the plans. And then you're able to like, hey, we're going to readjust this plan and we're going to continue the fight in a different direction. Well, me, I'm like, hey, look, the monkey threw the wrench in the plan, but I don't care the monkey threw the wrench in the plan. I'm going to continue on with the same plan that I had. And that's where I realized like I'm fighting something that's unbeatable. So, and then I have to readjust. Like I'm supposed to readjust plans, but I don't. So, have you ever been to the point where you?
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like it's almost every single day is that, it's like something is going wrong, not according to my plan, and I'm like, okay, I've got to readjust, or I've got to just continue on, fight through it. And 9 times out of 10, man, I fight through it. 9 times out of 10, it's like, whatever did happen, it's happened, it's done with. But I normally find a way around it.
Okay, so you try to find that way around.
Yeah, I'm normally like, okay, well that happened, but how do I jump over this obstacle or go around this obstacle so I can continue on doing whatever I was trying to do or going after whatever I was going after.
Okay. Now you, Reaper1 whiskey. Your turn.
You have to speak.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you already said it. I think resiliency is getting over those obstacles, and I think definitely for like the last resort is changing up your plans or just not going through with it because there's too many obstacles in your way. But yeah, I do agree. Resiliency is getting over obstacles and, getting through those tough points. You already know the tough points are coming. So just getting over that and not giving up or, deviating off your plans. I think that's exactly what defines resiliency, at least to us, because we're all on the same page.
So, kind of getting into some more attributes. Let's get into one. We're going to be talking about accountability later, so we'll get into that one a little bit later. But your values. What are the values that you have for yourself that kind of like mold your everyday life?
100% the values that God has set for me.
So
the values that.
Go ahead.
No, go.
So what I mean by values is, like for me, I was going to the gym for a performance reason. I wasn't going to the gym just because it was enjoyment anymore. I started going to the gym because I just was focused on my performance and what I was going to do. And I'm going to be honest, I fell off for the last month. I haven't been in the gym for the last month. I've been doing jiu-jitsu almost every Saturday, but I haven't been going like I should. But I had to realize that going to the gym it was for performance instead of for like relaxation, I guess you could say, and stuff. So I was always in the gym for some reason. And I say that was like a value because I had to learn like my morals and the direction I want to go. And I'm still developing this direction. And that some of the things that I'm looking into are a little bit different. It doesn't align with some other people. But I also had that time where I learned like, hey, my values and my morals don't align with you, so I got to cut back, and I'm going to go in a different direction to match those. So have you ever been in a wrong direction, like with someone, and you're still trying to figure out how to make your values work?
I mean, yeah, I'm a Christian, man. 9 times out of 10 right now, my values are different than other people's. Especially in today's society, in America right now, right? Like I said, my morals and values are very much what God has set before me in His book and in His Word, right? So, that's very much who I am. It's very much what I follow, and I do music because God tells me to do music, not because I want to do music. Though it is want at this point, if that makes sense. I was gonna be an archaeologist. That was my plan. And, God threw the wrench in the plan. He took the whole plan away, and gave me His own. And it's very much what I had to go after now. Right. So now I go after what He wants me to do and not what I want to do. And I follow His word and not mine, and His sayings and not my sayings. So there's, I'm very much out of, what's the better word for it? I'm very much out of touch and out of a realm with 9 out of 10 people that I meet. Probably more than that.
So you kind of put me in this. So there's a foundation. It's called the Mighty Oaks. They're a foundation for the military vets and stuff, and they help a lot of combat vets and they help a lot of other people. Really great foundation to look into. I personally looked into them, kind of associated myself a little bit with them. And one thing I liked about the foundation is he's like, if you're not Christian or anything, you can still be a part of this foundation. They'll still help you. But something about the foundation, man, it kind of took a turn, and I just kind of like listened and started talking to him, started getting involved with myself. And I was like, man, your values, your morals, and what you're creating is very unique. And I like what you're doing, and I wanted to be a part of it. So that's kind of where I started going, and that's why when you start talking about your religion, look, if you're a veteran and you're having a hard time or something like that, and you're still trying to figure out your attributes or whatever, and trying to understand, just understand, like, we're taught resiliency and we're taught to continue the fight and never take that minute to like let other people in, let those other people in and whatnot. But this is like, I'm not trying to get religious or anything, but I do agree with Reaper1, what you said, how you let God basically take the wheel, and I highly recommend that. I highly recommend finding some kind of path that way. All right, so let's get back into the attributes. Your turn, Reaper1. Whiskey. If you remember the question.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to remind her about the question. She's got a.
I mean, you guys go on tangents
memory.
a lot, but I know you guys talking about values. I mean, obviously, I agree wholeheartedly with Reaper1. But also, even if you don't know if you have your own values, like go back to the beginning of basic. What is one of the first things you learn? The army values. Those are great values. That's like the foundation. Like you can follow the army values if you guys still remember it. But it is a good foundation for values, and you can just build upon that and put your own values into it.
No one remembers that.
Leadership? You don't remember the acronym leadership? I can name them all right now.
I remember some of them. Like, honestly, well, there's integrity, loyalty, duty, and there's 7 of them. I don't remember all 7.
I took those to heart. Those are my values all throughout my Army career. I would always reference back to those. That is a good foundation to build upon. The Army values, they're very good to live by.
Integrity was one of them that like stuck with me. As soon as I was like, integrity, I gotta live by that. Like,
integrity is a good one.
Respect and integrity were my top 2.
Yeah. Respect. Yeah. Hey, look, this is like real world shit right now. If you want respect, you give respect. Like, people are forgetting this, and it's crazy.
Respect. I've always said this, right? Respect is not earned; it's lost and then re-earned. And a lot of people say, like, man, you have to earn my respect. Like, no. He's like, no, I would never, as a specialist, right? I would never walk into some E7's office and not go to parade rest and be like, Sergeant, can I speak with you? Would never do that. I would always, I would immediately respect that person until he did something to like, wow, I didn't know that guy was like that. I didn't know he was, a POS. Like, now I have no respect for him at all. And now, I'll play the game, obviously, but all that respect is gone, right? Yeah. There'd be no instance where you'd go into the office and be like, you have to earn my respect to any, you know what I mean? Like, there's no instance, and everybody says, like, respect is earned. It's not. It's respect is lost and then re-earned.
So, because you brought up leadership is one of them attributes, and I think so people say leadership is an attribute, and I'm still trying to like find where if it's an attribute, but I don't think leadership is an attribute. I think it's a skill that you learn. And another reason, like, why I kind of want to bring this up is this mainly for leaders out there. If you have soldiers, or if you're a boss or something, and your employees, your soldiers aren't coming to you with their problems, you're failing. Your soldiers 100%. Soldiers should be coming to you with problems, because that means they trust you.
So I don't want to veer too off topic, and I want to because we are talking about purpose and ambitions. So, Saber Main, what is your big ambition right now?
My biggest ambition right now is really focusing my career path, where I'm going. I don't want to put too much detail out there. So one of the things I am doing is very impactful to the world, and hopefully we get to that next level and we get there. So, yeah.
What about, I mean, I know obviously, but You know I'm talking to, right? Were you right
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
big ambitions is just to get good grades in college and then hopefully get into the nursing program and become an RN. Start working in a hospital, saving people's lives.
Why do you
Which
want to
is
do that? Why do you
Uh,
want to save people's lives?
cause
Oh, she doesn't
I
know. She doesn't know.
uh-oh, can we trust her? Nope.
no, because
People
I
are
love helping people.
dying.
I've always wanted to be in the medical field since I was younger.
Which is
But the
crazy.
army, yeah, the army kind of took that away from me because when I went to recruiter, there was no medical positions open. And I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to go get basic over with and start my army career. So I became HR S1s. Respect your local S1s, everybody. They try as hard as they can. Just to shout out my S1s out there. Um, but yeah, I've always liked helping people in any way I can, and I think being a nurse and actually, getting your hands dirty and affecting someone's life, like their health, is very important. And I think we need more nurses because there's been a lot of issues with nurses right now and their pay and stuff like that. But you do it because you love it, not but for the pay.
That's very true. You do some of these jobs that are out there. Look, man, we do them not because the pay's great or anything. We do it because we love it. Because that's something that we always dream to be in. So
Yeah.
Yep.
all right, let's hear your ambition.
I like it.
Let's get into it for you, Reaper.
My ambition is to be alive next week. No. My big ambitions right now is all music. It's all get the record label up, get music out, get my music out, produce my music. And right now, I've been working on 2 different albums, EPs really, for the past 3 years. And now I have moved on from that, and I'm working on a completely different album with 16 whole tracks. And my big ambition right now is to start that, because the hardest thing you can do in life is to start something. That's the hardest step in life, right? Is to start. Starting is the hardest thing you can do. Want to lose weight? Easy. You just got to start. You got to start the diet, and you got to start exercising. You want to be a CEO of a wow. It's a good thing you were wearing pants. Not back in the COVID days where everybody sat at the desks and nobody wore pants.
Me
Yeah,
during BLC.
I'm not wearing any pants, and neither is Saber Main over here. So
That was me during
That's
BLC. Just saying.
Yeah.
great leadership right there. I'm not wearing pants right now. Are you, Saber Main, wearing pants?
Oh, I am definitely wearing pants. I'll stand up. Ugh. No.
I'm just kidding. I'm wearing pants, just not any socks.
Yeah.
That's a little awkward now.
Oh, is it? But no, yeah. So currently, my ambition is to start writing on my new album, which is 16 whole tracks plus an intro track. It's gonna be crazy.
Dang. So you just getting after it? Just getting it on?
Not yet. I'm gonna try to get after it.
No. Don't say try. I hate that word try.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm going to get after it. Hopefully tonight,
Good.
if not tomorrow.
That's
I
what I'm
think
talking
tonight,
about.
depending on how far how long we go tonight. But I think I can manage something.
Yeah,
I'll play 1 chord on the guitar. I'd be like, bedtime.
Nah, man, you gotta stay after it.
Good.
So we talked. Let's get into a little bit of purpose. Purpose is one of those things.
That's kind of just what we talked about.
Well, we talked about ambitions, right? A little bit more about ambitions and purpose. Purpose is a little different, man. You could look at it. Purpose,
Just a little bit.
like you could be ambitious about something, but purpose, man. Like, what are you doing on this planet? That's the hardest question. Like, what? Because I know everyone questions themselves about this. What am I doing here? And I'm not gonna lie. The one place that you will question yourself the most is when you first join the military. You'll question every single day of your life for the
Actually,
first couple.
you know what? you know what? For the first like 3 months, I was like this close to being in the military for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, some bad leadership messed that up. But I wasn't like I was like pretty much in it. I wasn't thinking about. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay in here. I'm gonna do music. I'm just gonna kind of juggle both and be good. And so I wasn't really questioning anything, which is weird.
No, when I got to 30th AG and I got to 30th AG at 4 in the morning. I left to get on my plane at 4 in the morning. So I was already up 24 hours.
Sorry.
And I sat there and I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I'm literally getting yelled at and I'm doing push-ups and I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm so tired and I just want to sleep. And then we had to stand we had to stand in lines to get our haircut. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hurry up and cut my hair. Like, and they're like, as soon as you guys get done with this line, you get to go to bed. I'm like, cool, let's get done with this line. It was another line. And another line. Yeah, by the time I went to bed, they're like,
you get across the hallway to the next corridor, and you're like, it's got to be the next room, and then you realize it's like another hallway down. You're like, man.
Yeah. So, that's like, I was questioning myself through those first, like, I think it was like the first 2 days. I was like, whatever I'm doing here. And then finally, I just kind of was like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I don't care anymore. But so
I was waiting for it to hit. I was waiting for that realization. Like, what am I doing? Like, I messed up. I was waiting for it to hit, and it didn't hit until, like, the fact that we were like in it didn't hit until like a week after we started basic. We were like doing push-ups in the rain or something. I'm like, I'm actually here. I can't change this.
Yeah.
I was in like some fairy tale world in my head, like everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go home next week.
So I'm still trying.
No, when I was going through reception, I felt like I was on autopilot. I wasn't thinking like, oh, why am I here? I was like, I signed up for this, might as well go with it. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I was on autopilot. I was like, just do what they tell me to do, stand where I need to be, and just follow the lines because, like, I need to get through this. But I was tired. I was up for, like, a good almost 72 hours because I got to reception at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning, too, and I only had maybe an hour of sleep before we were had to be up at first formation and PTs. So I was tired waiting in those lines.
Yeah.
It sucked.
So all right. I got a story for reception. So, man, I filled up my camel bag. Yeah, a little off topic. So I filled up my camel bag. All right, and I'm sitting here, I'm drinking that thing because I've been thirsty all day. So I filled it up like 3 times that day. I didn't go to the bathroom at all. Yeah, and then we went and we ate. I think it was dinner chow, and I eat dinner chow. I drink 2 things of Gatorade. I'm like, hell yeah, let's get this. And then they put us in a formation. And I swear they were watching us because me and another dude were the 2 that sat there. Were like, they saw us drink almost 2 bags of camel, like 2 things of the camel bags. Man, I had to pee so freaking bad. Like, bad. And we're sitting there in that formation. And we go to the drill site. We're like, drill sergeant requesting permission to speak. And they're like, what, privates? And we're like, can I use the bathroom? Drill sergeant, no, go get back in formation, dumbass. And so we sitting there in formation, man. We felt like the other dude, he's like, dude, I'm just gonna piss myself. Like, fuck this. I'm just gonna piss myself. So he went ahead and pissed himself. And then I'm sitting there like, I still gotta pee. So he's like, dude, just go behind the bleachers and hurry up and pee. They'll never know you're in the back of the formation. So I run off behind the bleachers to go pee. And then he started calling everyone in. And I'm sitting there peeing, but it was so much. It was the longest pee. Man, I never got smoked in my life so bad. After that one, I was like, man, this sucks. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
You didn't get sharped for that one.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well.
Hey, your battle buddy was a real one. He pissed himself. You should have been there with him.
I should have. I didn't have it in me.
I wouldn't have had it in me either. I just would have been like, I'm just gonna go use the restroom and get smoked.
Yeah. I just like I would go behind the bleachers. Like I'm just gonna take
At that point, I would have walked straight up to the bay. Just like, nope.
Yeah, that was a great time. But
what were we talking about?
Yeah.
We were talking about purpose.
Yes, purposes.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to be talking about.
Purpose.
Hey,
Purpose
Not
is an
people
important
peeing
one.
So,
themselves.
I mean, it happens, bro.
No.
Yeah, it happens. This still happens.
No. It's not supposed to.
All right.
I mean,
Bringing it back to purpose.
all right.
Hey. Hey. I like my tone.
Purpose is actually one of the reasons why I got out of the military. My purpose for getting out was because I knew I wanted to have kids. I wanted to be a mom. And I told myself before I even got in that if I started planning on becoming a mom, then I would get out because I myself would not be able to do the dual military or the mother's in the military and she's not raising her kids because she has to be at work all day or she's on a deployment, being away from their children for that long. I can't do that. So that was one of the reasons why I got out because I knew my purpose. One of them was to be a mother, and that is why I got out. And obviously, meeting my husband, I was like, well, those plans could come into fruition one day, maybe soon. So I was like, better get out now while I can.
Hold on, I gotta go knock some wood real quick.
Not trying to come out and say, "Oh, I'm pregnant," but no, that's not what this is about. But yeah, I knew that was one of my purposes in life, and I knew that my contract was coming to an end, my first contract. So I was like, I better get out now because, if I do become pregnant and I still got 3 years of my contract, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I would, but it'd be extremely hard and stressful.
Hey, you got out for good reasons. Me getting out. All right.
You just wanted to make money.
She was just like, fuck it.
You're like Mr. Krabs. Money.
No, that wasn't. I don't think that was the only thing.
That was your reason.
That's one of my big reasons, yeah. But I think if the retention officer, if the retention NCO actually didn't tell me that she doesn't think I would make it on the outside world. And it was like, I don't think you could make it in the military because I don't think you have it in you. I think I would have stayed. She would have convinced me to stay. But she challenged me to make it on the outside world instead of challenging me to make it inside the army.
Man, I got out because I was fully committed. I'm like, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go on. So originally, when we had the band together, it was, we're going to get out. I didn't know her at the time, right? I was going to get out. I was going to move to Houston with my bassist. My drummer was going to get out and he was going to move to Houston because that's where his kids are. And we were all going to go on tour because we got out around the same time. We're going to go on tour while my drummer got paid leave. So we're going to use that money to go on tour and to just go to every venue we could and play every small venue we could around Texas and come back and do an album and just, live the band life. That's what we were originally going to do.
Sleep in cars.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I was gonna get a bus. Gonna put a plank in the middle. We're all gonna have little cubbies in the bus. It was gonna be great. And then lost on my bassist, lost a drummer, got a new bassist, new drummer. We're like, okay, cool. We're gonna go do this album. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna stay with because he was gonna be a staff sergeant. He was gonna have his own house. I'm gonna stay in there for a little while. We're gonna get the album finished up and wrapped up. And then the studio canceled. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to get the record label up. I'm going to do that stuff. I'm going to go home. I'm going to build my studio. And then some people in my life convinced me, well, go to school for that kind of stuff and then learn as much as you can. So I'm like, okay, change your plans. I'm going to go to school.
The person that convinced is right here.
No, it's my mother, actually.
I'm guilty. I was one of them, actually.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
one of them.
they sat me down at a table at a restaurant. Was like, okay, look, like they changed my plan changed so many times. In the military, it changed so many times. It was always getting out.
So
except for the first like 3 or 4 months in the military, it was like after that, it was like I'm getting out. I'm gonna go to music. Just so many wrenches, man. That monkey must make a killing.
oh yeah, I'm just saying my plan wasn't.
Am I one of the wrenches? Am I a wrench?
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
think someone's sleeping on the couch for sure.
Yeah, it's her.
So yeah,
I'm
I
sleeping
was the
in
biggest
bed.
wrench.
I think you were around when I was talking about doing SFAB at one time.
Yeah, I
Reaper1.
was.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, I think I'm going to do SFAB, and I was like looking into it.
And then shortly after, you're like, I'm getting out.
Yeah, I think it was the last field ops, and man, I just kind of was like,
Man, a bad field day can kill you.
yeah, it could
It can
really
kill
destroy.
It really can.
It could really, like, you could have like perfect garrison days. Like, you could have a bad garrison day and then like a couple good ones, and then when you hit the field and you have like a really bad field ops like that can be the reason why most people get out there. Like, man, I'm done.
Finish your story, and then we're running out of time, so we got to get to accountability.
Yeah, let's do accountability right now. We're good. Let's get
Okay,
into
never
it.
mind. He's not going to finish the story, but okay. Yeah. So you gotta right. So along with purpose and ambition, you gotta have accountability. And I've kind of harped on this a lot recently in my life. Right? It's not accountability in yourself. You cannot have accountability in yourself. You can't be like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna eat right and I'm gonna do all this stuff. You can't do it by yourself, right? You gotta have somebody next to you be like, hey man, why is there cake in the fridge? Hey man, why have you not picked up the guitar here in a week? Why have you not studied anatomy? Why haven't you gone to business school yet? Right? You got to have people in your life to keep you accountable for the things that you want.
No, I say that's wrong.
I fully believe it.
I say you got to have accountability for yourself, to have that discipline in yourself.
So you do, but
you could have that outside source there that helps, but you need to be able to do it yourself. If you want it,
I truly believe I truly believe I couldn't do this podcast by myself, right? You couldn't do it by yourself. I truly believe you need people in your life, especially us as men, right? No offense to the excluded party. Actually, full offense, right? Us as men, man, I believe wholeheartedly that we need to have people in our lives to help us get to where we want to be. Because you cannot be an expert at everything, and you're not going to be there to catch yourself every time, right? If I was there right now, I would have told you to go get your rear end in the gym and lift some weights last week. But you've been struggling about going to the gym, right? Because it's not that you don't have the determination or the commitment to it, but sometimes it's like, you forgot to do it today because it was a busy day. And if I was there, I would have been like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. You got to have people in your life that really push you to be like, hey, man, what's going on? I know you're busy, but you got to play guitar. You got to write that song. You got to finish it, right? Hey, man, like, I know you really want to go do this business stuff and do this foundation stuff. Go contact that person. Just call them. Just go call them. I know they didn't answer last time, but go call them again. They don't answer this time, I'm going to drive you to the office. Knock on their door. Right?
Yeah.
You need people in your life to push you in those directions and to really push you, be like, I know this sucks right now, and I know that you're struggling right now, but you're going to get through it because we're going to do it together. I believe wholeheartedly that we as men need that.
Well, bro code is great and all, but that it works for everybody, even females.
No,
Like,
no,
females
no.
do the
You
same.
be quiet.
Females do the same. Females do the same thing. We hold each other accountable for certain things too. Guys is all about the
I'm
gym and being successful and all that, but girls is there's different things being self accountable and having your friends step in and be like, hey, you might not be realizing this, but you're going down on a a spiral. You need to pick yourself up, or hey, that man's not great for you. He's doing all this and he's shady, blah blah blah. There's self accountability, but there's also it's great for friends to tell you how it is and have them be accountable, showing you what you're might be struggling or the bad stuff in your life.
Yeah.
It works for everybody. Don't push us out.
I'm very sorry,
Make this everybody friendly here.
I'm very sorry, Saber Main.
I gotta speak up for the women.
Hold on now. I'm very sorry, Saber Main. We're gonna get canceled right now, okay? Woman, go make me a sandwich.
I'm gonna put cat litter in your sandwich.
Oh,
I'll eat it. I'll eat it. On the Someone's on the couch. For sure. All right. No, I'd just say accountability.
I agree though.
Some things about accountability, man. Is having that discipline in yourself to be able to be accountable for your actions, what you're doing, and just keeping that discipline to go do it. I'm gonna be honest, I lost my discipline. I lost my discipline because I was focused in other things. But that's also comes with values. I was focused in different values. So one of my values hasn't been 100% in the gym. But where I want to go in my career, I have to be 100% in the gym. So I have to have that value now. Like that's where I got to value. I got to value my fitness, my health to be able to be. So I have to build that discipline back.
I don't think people realize just how hard change is, man. I don't think people realize just how hard old habits really are how hard they are to break. Because old habits really do die hard, right?
Yeah.
And I really believe that it you can do it yourself, but it is a lot easier and it's a lot better journey if you have somebody to help you there and push you.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast actually earlier today when I was on my way home. But the guy was sitting there and he said he was talking about how him and his wife, his wife was in this Bible study group, and she wanted the husbands to get into this Bible study group. And so he ends up calling, and he has this like Southern accent, like a bad Southern accent. Like you're like, man, this guy's definitely from the South. And the dude answers, he's all like, yeah, I don't think this guy's going to work. He's probably like this hillbilly redneck dude. I don't know why you have me calling him. Well, they finally ended up meeting up, and they did like this workout in the bleachers, running bleachers. And afterwards, they kind of like had this, like they made this bonding thing over working out. And it's kind of like, remember how we had barbells and Bible, or Bible and barbells, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I kind of wish I did go to that a little bit, because it was kind of like something like they were doing, but they called it something else. And they were kind of like working out, and they built this bond. And they became really close friends off of this. And he was saying how him being able to have him to go and talk to you, but also be accountable for going to the gym. And they had this like great bond out of it. And became really good friends. I recommend going out there, man. Go join a Bible study. Go join something. Go do something different. Go join a men's club or something. And you'll see some life-changing things. There's other things. There is a foundation for vets. I know I talk a lot about vets foundations, but I think it's something drinks. I'll figure it out for the next one. But you basically call this number, and some dude will come meet you at a bar or something. You sit there and talk to this dude, become friends with this dude, have a couple drinks together, and just talk, bond. Like that's a couple things that are going on too. So, yeah, we're running out of time. You got anything else for accountability?
Yeah, that's just about the end of the episode. I'm good. I think we hit a lot of accountability, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So it's time for our daily ritual, right?
Yes.
Subscribe, obviously. That's the first thing you got to do. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share it with all your friends and family and whoever. Go to the street. Go to that hobo that you like a lot and show them the video. Sit there for the whole hour with your phone up. Show me, okay? So we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Again, if somebody goes on like the Twitter page, I'll tweet. Until then, I'm not tweeting. Tweeting. How do you say it's tweeting?
You ain't
but I'm
putting the
gonna call it
bird
tweeting.
out.
I'm not doing it. Okay. You go. If somebody, first person who likes it, I will tweet at you. We'll have a good conversation, and we can like be buddies. You know, it'll be fun. So go like all the socials. Right, share my videos. We were a little preoccupied this week. It was a long week. It was a busy week, so we didn't get as many videos or posts that we'd like to. And I'm going to change that. I promise. So we're back up and fully running, fully able to get all that stuff out. So go like it, be in tune. A lot's going to come out. Anything for you, Saber Main?
Yeah. Just stay after it. If you're not going to have that discipline, go make sure you have accountability for yourself and the people around you, and just get in there, get after it. Change lives, world, places. I don't know. And yes, go like, follow, all that fun stuff. So we'll pass this. Reaper1 whiskey. Any last
Do you have
comments?
any last comments?
Thoughts? Last comments, thoughts, blessings, curses.
Yeah, if you're listening and if you're watching on YouTube, comment something on the YouTube video, because I like reading the comments and sometimes I'll comment. So if you want to just comment and say hi to me, I would like to talk to you. So comment on the YouTube channel.
Don't do
on
it
the
now.
videos. I watch them all, so I'll read the comments.
Don't comment.
If you want to comment, say hi. I want to say hi to you. So
Don't comment.
like,
Don't do
subscribe.
it. Don't do it. Well, do that.
I'm promoting
You know what?
you.
You know what? You know what? Do it all. Don't do it. Don't not do it out of spite. Okay.
So I probably should one of these episodes I probably should bring in the full team. Probably get Miller and all of them into, maybe get them on the video, kind of go into there. Some great things that Miller's doing and stuff like that. So again, great things from you guys. So thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for watching the videos. All of you first responders, EMTs, paramedics, firefighters, nurses, police officers, special services, FBI, all of you guys. Thank you for what you're doing, keeping the world safe and protecting us while we sleep. So, yes.
Reaper1 out.
Saber Main.